According to the nominator, Bill is one of the most quoted and trusted scientists in numerous fields, but these are not his greatest accomplishments. Bill's greatest accomplishment is that even though he's been professionally successful beyond what most people could ever possibly hope for, he succeeded while giving back to the less fortunate. Bill earned his undergraduate and doctoral degrees in the College of Engineering. He is vice president and head of innovation at Santa Fe Pasteur, where he leads global innovation for the company's research and development in the area of vaccines. He has led vaccine and bioengineering innovations from invention to innovation in the industry. His career has been remarkable by any measure, but a nominator summed it up this way: from teaching young children and teenagers, to mentoring newly minted engineers and scientists, to serving those in need, Bill has made a difference around the world. It gives me great pleasure to recognize his work with the Alumni Fellow Award.
I have to find out who wrote that and see if they made a mistake. But one of the things that was really exciting, and I think all the people that were nominees could probably feel the same way, is as flying up to State College, as the closer I got to State College, the more excited and the more happy I got. And the flood of memories that came by at the same time. This is such a great place to be and such a great place to be from. And I want to thank so many wonderful people that had made the journey wonderful. In fact, one of the things that was amazing is I looked forward to taking my wife, Kim, and my father-in-law, Leroy, around Penn State so they could actually sort of experience the great times that I had here. And while walking around each place, I said, oh, that's where I studied. And that's where I studied. And that's where I studied. And that's really what Penn State taught you, is how to study and how to learn. And that was incredibly important because that's what really life is about, is learning and imparting that learning upon others so that you can make a better generation after you. I was privileged to be part of engineering science in the College of Engineering because they taught me 5 fundamental things which have taken me in the career of science very, very far. And the fact that the 3 things were really think far, think what's out in the future, what if, what is possible. Think broad, because the fact in engineering science you learned about many of the engineering and science fields. To think deep, because the fact that you have to dig down deep into the sciences and really think deep as a scientist. To take risks when no one else is willing to take a risk. And probably most importantly, to think about the human factor and really thinking about what you want to do globally to impact humanity. And for that, I really am thankful for the education that I got from engineering sciences. In particular, though, I'd like to thank my advisor, Pat Lanahan, who's here as well. And because it was engineering sciences, one of the things that he taught me as an incredibly important mentor was to think critically as a scientist, but to think practically as an engineer. And the reason why that's important and the reason why I got into health field is the fact that we have over 7,000 diseases that plague humanity, but there's less than 500 of these that we have treatments or vaccines towards. So we really have to think critically about disease, and we have to also think very practically and very orthogonally in terms of how to combat disease at the same time. At the end here, I'd like to just thank a lot of Dean El-Nashai that actually called me up and spread the word that I won this award. And one of the things that was great about visiting with the dean today and when I met with him in March was the fact that I love his laugh and I love his mind. And it's really important to have a good laugh and to have a good mind, and they have to come together. And I really want to thank him because he's got both, which is a unique attribute. And again, I'd like to thank the head of the Department of Engineering and Sciences as well, Judith Todd, who's actually carrying on the legacy of the department, and again, my advisor, who's been fantastic. I'm also appreciative of my lovely wife that's actually been my best friend and my partner and has inspired me more than people can realize, and I'm very thankful for her father for coming up here as well. He's actually a dream father-in-law, which is actually terrific, and for that, and like to thank everybody here as well. Thank you.